Knowing. Within you awaits a calm sense of knowing. This card is a lot like the High Priestess in traditional tarot, or the Star. You know, it's that kind of knowing, a spiritual, emotional, intuitive knowing that rests inside of all of us. The difference between individuals is who is most in touch with it, who really feels and trusts and follows their inner knowing. Not as many people as we ideally should be in working towards, which is what the whole like awakening process that is happening on the planet right now, that's what it's doing, is waking people up to their sense of knowing. Now, this card, when you receive it in a reading, is telling you to look within, to trust yourself, to know what you know, and to apply it to the situation that you're reading on. And sometimes we don't want to trust our own knowing. You know, it's like it's too foreign. We've been taught to not trust ourselves. And, you know, I was in the grocery store and just seeing a little kid put his hand up against a like a deli glass where there was like hot food items, and he's holding his hand there, and then he backed away, and I was like, oh, I bet it's hot. It's like he doesn't know that. He doesn't know to not put his hand on this hot glass. And just, you know, how much children have to be disciplined. You know, don't, no, stop, you know, because they are just into everything. You know, they're little kids. And so that alone, that well-meaning conditioning for our own good, our own safety, you know, it's well-meaning and it's good, but in terms of self-trust and the fact that parents get so stuck in that role that they don't realize that, you know, eventually the kids get that stuff, and there's higher lessons, lessons of the heart, lessons of the spirit, lessons of the mind, you know, that they need guidance and they need parenting and they need mirroring on, not just the physical, everyday, day-to-day brush your teeth, tie your shoes kind of thing. So parents get stuck in that role, and so then they try and control the kid's job, or they control the kid's sexual life or social life, and it's just all about control rather than empowering and getting getting feedback on your intuition, but, you know, having a feeling of trust that what you say about yourself matters. Not a lot of people got that from their parents. I mean, some did, but some didn't. A lot didn't. So if you're one of them and you have a hard time trusting your knowing, it's understandable, but that's no reason to not learn and begin trusting your knowing, because otherwise you will experience painful outcomes in your relationships and in your life and in your jobs. Because how else are you going to know that you made a wrong choice, or you're choosing something that's not right for you, or whatever? It's through the pain of the experience. So if you want to have less painful experiences, then you start learning from what you know, what you've learned, what you feel, what you think, what you experience, and stop looking outside of yourself for what is real. It's the only way you can like clear your template, is to look within and trust that you know enough about the world to let it go if it's not serving you anymore. If maybe what mom says or what your best friend for the last 12 years thinks, maybe those things aren't the end all be all of what is right for you, or what is what it is you are perceiving about a situation or another person. Just taking action on your own intuitive through spiritual, emotional guidance, but also just common sense. What you know. There are certain things that you just know if you trust it. And using it is what gets you to a place of real personal success and happiness and fulfillment, because you know what you want. And when you know what you want, that's how you then begin to learn how to get it. And then once you get it, it's then about knowing how do you use it. And then you get into like, what is it? You know, and the even the more like spiritual lessons. But just, yeah, embrace your own knowing.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over.